Wake Up with Tina Marx is brought to you by Family Home Development and Revell, inspiring lives of unparalleled excellence.
Welcome to Wake Up with Tina Marx, a show that's designed to enhance your overall well-being. I'm Tina Marx, your host, and we are here at Revell on Clancy Lane. We have a great show for you today, so let's get started. Throughout my life, I found that there was a lot of products, services, and professionals that I was not familiar with. I realized that not having been aware of these opportunities, I was missing out on improving my life in so many ways. I have made it my mission to search out what I feel is the best products, services, and professionals available. Each week, I will interview 3 to 4 different guests who will be discussing their products and services and why they are so beneficial to your life. So let's get started in entertainment. Bronwyn Eisen and Craig Michaels back from CV Weekly. Welcome back, guys.
Thanks, Tina.
Always so great to see you guys.
Yes, we're having so much fun.
We are. We have
More
so
fun
much
than the barrel of monkeys, they say.
Yeah. What? What is that?
Did I date myself on that one?
Yes,
I think I did.
I've
Okay.
never heard of that. Have you heard of that, Bronwyn?
I have, actually.
Yeah. So you two write for the magazine, the publication.
The CV Weekly.
All right. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what kind of articles you write?
I have a degree in broadcast journalism, so it gives me an opportunity to keep all that alive.
Yes.
And so that's really fun for me. And I've been writing for Tracy since the inception of the publication, so a little over 3 years now. Have you been with her that long too?
Since the beginning?
Yeah, it's only 3 years old.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But, you know, I mean, I write for her every week. I think he gets off easy. But, you know, I write a mind, body, spirit column, and it's really all about, you know, just what is good for you. I write about being courageous, and then sometimes I write about yoga or fitness, anything to do with wellness.
Yes.
But just really making people privy to what's, you know, how to be a better person.
Be a better person.
Yeah.
It's all about the balance.
All
and you
about
know what's
balance.
interesting about yoga? Because when you talk about yoga, everybody thinks it's just the physical act of yoga, and you know, and a lot of people do it. Let's be honest, they want a better body. But that is only one dimension of yoga, because
Correct.
yoga is about the meditation. It's about the whole yoga practice.
There are some spiritual aspects of it if you decide to go and take that route of it. I don't. I really do it from the perspective of physical, and it allows me to find a place where I can breathe and calm down.
Yes.
And, you know, calm my central nervous system. But yeah, I mean, if you really, really practice and you mix up your practice and you try a bunch of different modalities of
Yes.
yoga, yeah, I mean, you're serious about it. You can get a ripping body.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Well, hello. I guess
Right?
so.
Well, thanks, Tina.
She's a walking billboard.
Yes, exactly.
Yoga's awesome.
But
I
I've
tried
worked
the
at it
Bikram yoga.
16
That's really
years.
good, too.
Yes.
I've
Well,
been doing yoga for 16 years.
Wow.
And you're
Oh,
probably
okay.
naturally blessed.
16
I think
years.
certain people, you know, you're naturally, your
I've been
DNA,
naturally
your
thin,
constitution.
but at the
and
same
everything.
time, I've always
But you
watched my
have to work-
diet.
you have to work at it.
It's all balanced. So
Yes.
I write about things, you know, healthy eating,
Right.
quinoa, things like that.
It's all about balance.
Yes,
Top.
yes, yeah.
And what do you write about, Hotshot?
Well, I don't have as much energy as her because she does yoga every week, so I just do a bi-weekly column on
Okay, yeah.
DJs and entertainment.
Well, maybe having 5
Maybe
kids
if I
has
take
something
enough
to do with
yoga,
that
I
too.
can work my way up to a weekly column, and I'm trying to get there. But yes, I just write occasionally on DJs and entertainment in the Coachella Valley, and
Okay.
sometimes out of the valley.
Right.
And we're going to be talking about some of that today.
And you know, both of these go right hand in hand with your business, because Bronwyn owns Evolve Yoga. I don't. Most of you probably have heard about it, because
Yeah.
I think it got #1 voted
Yeah,
yoga
we were
studio.
best yoga
By who?
studio. CV Weekly.
By CV Weekly. Yeah,
Yes.
perfect.
Yes.
And Craig, who's Mr. Music, that's why he's always
Musical
informing
Affair
us about
Entertainment,
musical
right?
entertainment. Musical Affair is the name
There
of
you
your
go.
You're the
Say that
person
3
to come
times
to.
fast.
Wow,
for
see,
all the
I'm promoting you
action.
better than you are. Okay, so now let's hear what's going on.
Speaking about music, let's start out with a fundraiser which involves a big band dinner dance. Now, the Palm Springs High School Band, the Spirit of the Sands Band, has a big band dinner dance. It's Friday, February 26th, coming up this Friday,
Okay.
in their Performing Arts Center. Their jazz band is going to perform, and then they have a silent auction and spaghetti dinner fundraiser. This is to raise money for their uniforms, and they have a trip this
I'm
summer.
sorry for laughing, but spaghetti dinner, and I'd
Yeah,
love to
well,
know what the how much the tickets are.
It's a fundraiser,
It's
really.
a very special
that's right.
spaghetti
Yeah,
sauce.
it's not gourmet dinner. Just keep that in mind.
Paper
This
plates.
is to raise
No, I'm
funds for
kidding.
the students at the Palm Springs High School
Oh,
Spirit of
that's
the Sands
good.
Band.
Right.
They're going on a tour this summer of Europe. The
Oh.
kids are.
Oh, that's
So they're trying to raise
fantastic.
money for the trip and for uniforms. So this Friday, if you'd like to go, it's going to be in the Performing Arts Center, and their big band Jazz is going to be playing there, and it's going to be a good time.
Oh, that sounds
Have
fantastic.
either of you ever heard them?
No.
They're good.
They're very good.
great.
Are they?
Oh, they're
Oh,
amazing.
yes.
Oh, they're,
Fantastic.
they're
Very
good. So 6 to 8 this Friday.
should
If
get
you want
out
to check
more.
that out.
Yeah, you should, Tina. The both of us.
Well, if you want to go Greek, maybe you want to go to the Greek festival this weekend.
Oh, that's right around the corner.
I
Are you really?
Come
I
on.
never knew
Part
that.
Can you say a few
I'm a little
Greek-
bit of
say-
everything.
can you say some Greek
I
words or
can't.
no?
No,
All right.
no.
Yeah, no?
No.
Well, it's happening the 27th and 28th. Traditional Greek food and dancing
Is it
appetizers.
the same place? Is it in Palm Desert?
Same place,
That's
St.
the-
George Greek Orthodox Church.
That's right. That's right. And
That is a
that's-
fun event.
Yeah,
I
it
have
is.
been to that.
Yeah, have you?
I got
Yeah, no, I have too. It's fun. It's great. And
It is
baklava.
fun.
Have you ever had that?
Well, you go for like the food,
man.
although it didn't
In the
get
year
right.
of-
Greek
Great.
pastries
Oh,
is just,
Yeah.
just
And then
forget
the,
about it.
like, the
Ridiculous.
lamb, isn't lamb a Greek dish?
Yes.
I guess
The Greek like
lamb
lamb.
could be any kind of
Tzatziki and all that
Yeah,
good
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I
In
love
fact,
that.
my big fat Greek wedding has a sequel coming out any day now. How funny! I used
Which
to love
wedding
that.
of the-
It
of
was
yours
called,
was
it
that?
was a
Was that
movie
your
called My
second or
Big
your-
Fat Greek Wedding. That was my
I do
second
remember
wedding, I
that
think. That goes straight to
I
DVD,
actually
by the
never
way.
saw that movie. Was
Yes,
it good?
it was hilarious.
I didn't see it
And the
either.
sequel is like coming out in the next couple of weeks. So
Okay,
that's
all right.
Interesting
Well,
timing.
maybe I better watch that first then.
All right, well, if you want to do something more Hawaiian, they have a Don Ho show. It's a Hawaiian show at Agua on Saturday afternoon. This is an afternoon show, 12:30.
Is
So
it a
if you don't want to
luau
be up too late.
too?
It's a luau and Hawaiian show. It's a tribute to Don Ho.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And of
That
course, they
sounds
got the
fun.
big Hawaiian buffet.
I'd like
the
to
Do we
dancers.
get the coconuts and the skirt and the whole thing?
Okay.
Okay, moving
So
on.
this is, by the way, that's Saturday at 12:30 in the afternoon. So I
Okay.
should mention that. It's an afternoon show
At Agua.
at Agua.
And I'm trying to think at Agua, would that be by the pool, did you say?
I think it's in their showroom, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, I'm asking you a question you don't have the
I
answer.
told
Google
Tina, if you're going to ask me questions, make sure I know the answers beforehand. Anyway,
That sounds like
but
fun.
you can always
Something
look in the
different.
CB Weekly. We always have great information in
Yes.
there, and of course,
Yes.
Google's always a great source. Next is the Gardens in El Paseo. You know, they have got a concert series
Yes.
that happens throughout the season.
Yes.
And they have different bands. And I wanted to mention this week is a local favorite, John Stanley King. Is
Oh,
playing.
I love
You know, I've
him.
never seen that band.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, you
Such
haven't?
amazing-
He's done like
I
3 or
really
4
don't
events
get
for
out.
me.
Oh, has he
Yeah,
really?
because I've incorporated his music in with my yoga classes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Ever.
about 3
Keeping
times
it
we did
local.
that.
Look at
Kind of-
you.
Been a lo- I've known
It's-
John forever. I love
Yeah.
him.
What's
He's
that?
one
Is
of
it
my
like
favorite.
ethereal music?
We go
What
back.
kind of music?
Classic rock.
Classic rock,
Classic rock.
He's
And
classic
that's
rock
in
all the way.
yoga.
Hey, you know, I mix it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had fun.
Evidently.
Yeah, we've done it in
Ron
my...
was on the cutting edge.
Yes, we've done it in my studio, and we did it at the Rose Garden in the pavilion there at the Empire Polo Club.
Oh, how
Oh,
fun.
cool.
Rock and yoga is what it is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Now that's my kind of yoga class.
Yeah.
I definitely
Maybe
want
we
to check
should do that
out.
again.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah.
do it again. I'll be there.
John would do it.
Fantastic.
All right, so there's a big show at Fantasy Springs this Saturday. Let's play. I like playing music trivia. So let me
Okay.
give you.
Oh, no, I'm not
let me give
supposed
a
to
couple
look.
hours. You can't look.
Did you already see?
If I give you,
Okay.
here's the 2 song titles of one of the groups: ABC and I Want You Back. Who would
Oh,
that
Michael
be?
Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Good.
Yeah.
Or the Jacksons.
The Jackson.
Jackson's
Jackson
good.
5.
They are playing along with another group who had big hits, and this is a big one: Brick House.
Commodores.
Bing.
Can you tell I was in the music
She wins a
business?
prize, ladies and gentlemen.
What do I win?
Tina Mark just won a year's supply of turtle wax. Can you believe it? 2 big names, the Commodores
And you're
and
going to
the
put it on my car.
The Jacksons and the Commodores are playing together.
That's really cool.
That
in a
would be
show
fun.
at Fantasy
That's really
Springs,
cool.
Saturday night.
That would be fun.
How
Big
many
show.
of the original, all the original Jacksons?
You know, in fact, I just had the Jacksons on my show when I was doing mornings at the Eagle just a couple of months ago. I had the Jacksons on the morning show, and they are probably the nicest guys you would ever meet.
Right.
Amazing, so down to earth, accommodating, just really nice guys. So, and they are here a great show.
Fantastic.
So, along
Yeah,
with the
that's a great
Commodores.
pairing, actually.
Yeah,
That is.
So you want to check it out Saturday night, Fantasy Springs.
Okay.
All right, there's a little tidbit for you. Of course, go to the CB
Lot of
Weekly,
tidbits.
as we always say.
Yes.
Okay. Does
Yeah.
that wrap us up now?
That's a wrap for this week. Of course, we'll have more
Okay.
for you next week.
All right, guys. Well,
right.
I'll
Always
see you.
fun to be here.
Always fun to be here. I always have a great time with you.
Thanks,
guys.
Tina.
See you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Investors still worry about Wall Street's integrity, with brokers making a lot of money from selling their firm's own financial products. But whose interests are they actually serving? At Hightower Palm Desert, we deliver independent fiduciary investment advice right here in the Coachella Valley. We don't manufacture or carry financial products. Instead, we're aligned with our clients to help ensure their ultimate financial success. Call us today to learn how Hightower manages wealth to a higher standard. Hightower, an unobstructed view.
And we're back with Amanda Beckner from Your Body Code. Welcome back, Amanda. We talked a little bit about what you do, how you got started, what inspired you last week. And this week, you know, we want to talk a little bit about water and how important water is.
Right.
And you and I were talking about the water here in the Coachella Valley.
Well, on a nutritional standpoint, I mean, people come to me for a variety of reasons, and some people, they come to me because they're sick, they have a disease and they want to get well, and some people want to lose weight and some people want to gain muscle, and sometimes it's a combination of all three.
Yes.
But water is so important, and people don't realize that in anything that you're doing. So I tell people, if you're not drinking enough water, you're not replenishing your cells. You're not enabling your body to get well and stay well.
The water here in the Coachella Valley, I don't know if most of you know this, but it is filled with chromium-6, which is known to cause cancer.
Exactly.
Correct? And something interesting.
There's 3 different types of chromium, but yes, chromium-6 is known to cause cancer, and well, we've all heard of Betty Broderick.
Yes. Okay, so that's when I first heard about this a couple of years ago. I heard that we have the worst water, third worst in the country.
Well, what's sad about in the United States, unfortunately, in Europe, what they did was they spliced the H2O atom and they created an H2,3 atom. And what that did was it put more oxygen in the water. And that stopped a lot of these problems with disease, antibiotics, hormones, and things that were in the water. If you are fighting a disease and you're drinking a diseased water, you're not going to get well.
No.
So it's very important that you create that positive effect within the body. And when you talked about pH,
yes,
ideal pH is between 7 and 8 pH. When you do 9, 10, it's way too alkaline. Way too alkaline. That will also cause disease.
I've heard different things, though. It's funny because I heard it's impossible to be too alkaline. But you're saying you can be too alkaline.
You can be too alkaline.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, you need your body's.
So I need to turn it down to 7.
Between 7 and 8 is an ideal pH for your system.
So 8's okay.
Yep, 8's fine.
I'd love to learn. And you are a wealth of knowledge.
All right. Well, thank you for letting me be here.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
And now we're here with Anton Barbado from Family Development, and we are in our beautiful new set, Ravel Homes. Welcome.
Thank you.
We had your brother on last week, Vince, and you both work together. Vince is in charge of architect and marketing for the company. And tell us a little bit what you do for the company.
So my job is everything to do with getting the home sold and making sure that our home buyers are happy after they've moved into their home.
What about landscaping? And is that included in price too?
Absolutely. The landscaping, not only the landscaping, the swimming pool, the spa.
So that is very rare. That's very rare because usually it's sand and everything else. So
well, and it's pretty cool the way we do it too, because even though that pool and landscaping is included, we put you together with our pool contractor and you design the pool the way you want to design the pool.
Oh, fantastic.
Now, you could go crazy and do a Disneyland pool and maybe do spend more than what we give you.
Right.
But the buyer, you can see from walking in the home, the level of what's included in the home. You can do amazing things. That's all included.
There's a lot of horse property.
Yes.
But you're not horse property here.
We're not horse property, however, we are part of Clancy Lane.
Yes.
And we get the clickers to the gates and everything.
Yeah.
We are part of the Clancy Lane HOA. And there is the barn and equestrian facilities, not even a half a step down the street.
So it's kind of nice. You don't have it in your backyard, but it is in your backyard. So
correct. It's there available for you. They have plenty of spaces. If you have a horse, that if you want to board your horse there, you can.
Right.
But you're not having to smell the horse.
Exactly. And for those of you who are not familiar with Clancy Lane, because there might be some of you that are new to the valley, it is one of the best kept secrets. I mean, it's a lane. And with all these beautiful homes, and it's tucked away, right in Ranch and Mirage, but it's so close and available to Palm Desert and Indian Wells and Palm Springs. It's a great little niche here, and the homes here are just beautiful.
Thank you.
So we're going to talk more about Ravel next week, and thanks for coming on.
Great. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Luxury is something you feel, sense, and live. Luxury has a new home. Ravel at Clancy Lane. An extraordinary new gated community in the heart of Rancho Mirage. Distinctive estates in modern or traditional styles on large home sites built exclusively for you with standard features that are just like the model. No upgrades required. Ravel at Clancy Lane. Models are open daily. Visit ravelatclancy.com.
And we're back with Robert Shine from Hightower. So now you are wearing a pink tie.
Sure.
And you have started a movement, I want to call it a movement, called FEW.
Yes, financially empowered women.
So why don't you go ahead and tell us about that?
So as you know, and you've been to one of my few events.
Yes.
And those are luncheons. And the luncheons were created basically for empowerment and education for financial independence, and specifically for women. My mom was basically lurched into her own financial world and taking over once my dad became ill. And so he was always in charge of the finances.
Yep, just like my mom and
Right?
my dad. My mom did not know what to do with
And he,
checkbooks.
in fact, I was in the industry, and he was always in charge of the finances and said, "Don't worry, we're all set and everything's taken care of." And that's wonderful until it's not, right? You're all set until something happens.
Exactly.
At the same time, I created something called the FEW, Financially Empowered Women, the Society of. And so we have seminars and everything else, but it's organization, simplification, and more importantly, education. So with my mom, I connected to where she was and built a baseline.
Meaning what? Connected to where she
from a financial standpoint.
Okay, got
And
it.
built a baseline and looked at everything from, people don't realize that it's, when we talk finances, it's not about the stock market. It's about your total financial future and control. So it's estate planning, it's your CPA, it's your titling of assets, it's your real estate, it's investments, it's titling of those investments, it's coordination, it's also medical power of attorney, financial power of attorney, all the what if scenarios. So I created a complete checklist and a comprehensive control of your financial future before something like that happens, because I saw it happen firsthand. And as a result of it, created the Society of the Few. And so we have seminars on a monthly basis that people can call in my office and just sign up for, and we'll help you, walk you through that process.
High Tower in Palm Desert, Robert Shine's office. Give him a call and go to the next luncheon. It's very informative. It's great food too.
Thank you.
And now we're here with Michael Stray from Windermere Lascaux Partners. Welcome, Michael.
Nice to be here.
And your property today is where
in
you at?
Thunderbird Heights.
In Thunderbird Heights.
Yeah, it's
I
brand-
love Thunderbird Heights.
Oh, it's so
I mean, I
beautiful.
was raised here, and I remember, those lots are tremendous,
Yeah,
aren't they?
the lots are huge, and it's an older community that has just been nostalgic through the years.
Yeah.
Rancho Mirage is so beautiful, and of course this is tucked into the mountainside. You can see the entire valley on one side, and then you've got the mountains on the other side. H3K Design are the ones that created it, and for today's living, and it really is exceptional. The house is furnished with all mid-century furniture. 4 bedrooms, very generous, ensuite, so you've got beautiful bathrooms.
Okay.
And of course a powder room. What's nice about the master as well is that you have a huge walk-in closet that has its own washer and dryer just for the master
Oh, nice.
occupants. Yeah.
Oh, so
that
you
makes it
don't
nice.
have to go down the
So
hall to
you
do
don't-
your laundry.
Exactly. So the guests can use that, and it makes it really kind of nice.
Okay.
You've got a separate theater that you can close off, so you've got surround sound. You can crank
That's what I'm having. Whether I shove it into this house, I don't know where I would put it. I have a small home. But I mean, that is so key, isn't it? I mean, I finally got the section on my house.
And
But
it's
go
nice that
ahead.
you can, turn it full volume and close the doors, and you're not disturbing the other
Anybody
occupants.
else, yeah.
So that makes it good. And then you've got a separate dining room, so you can entertain with 8 or 10 people in your dining room, and you can make a mess, and when you're done, you just close the door. The house is U-shaped.
It's
On the
nice.
front side of the house, you've got, of course, all the walls, and on the back side, you've got the swimming pool sitting right in the center, and you've got cascading waterfalls going into the
Oh,
pool,
beautiful.
and then
We
you've
see it
got your
here.
spa, and then you've got your fire pit, and that all faces the Coachella Valley,
Okay.
the valley floor. So the views are sensational, and of course the pool is so private, you can skinny dip all day long, and you'll never have a
That's
tan
like
line.
my house. That's one of the things I
Yeah.
love about
Well,
my
that's-
house. It's so private. Call Michael Stray at the Windermere in Palm Springs, the Rancho Mirage
In
office.
Rancho Mirage
The
office.
Windermere, Benjamin Lascaux and partners in Rancho Mirage.
I'll be happy to show you.
Fantastic. And today we're here with Jenny Wallace from Ask Jenny Now. Welcome, Jenny.
Thank you so much, Tina. I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, and she has a lot of different talents, and one of those being is the feng shui expert.
Yes.
And I'm so happy to be talking about this because, I really think there is something to feng shui. And I don't
Absolutely.
really know anything about it, which we're going to talk about. But I do know that over the summer, I got rid of some furniture and I switched things around.
Right.
And I am telling you, I feel so much lighter.
Are you serious?
I'm couldn't
Great
be.
example.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know what it is. They think it's superstition or, they have no idea. What it really is, it's an ancient Chinese belief. And
Okay.
it's thousands of years old. Feng shui means wind and water.
Oh,
And-
okay.
And what it is it's harnessing the energy. So like what you were saying about moving your furniture around.
Yes.
everything in this universe is because of the behavior and interaction of energy.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
There's
Everything's energy.
everywhere. Absolutely.
Yes.
So when you moved your furniture around, you were just simply moving things around, throwing things away, getting rid of the clutter,
Right.
clearing the clutter.
Right.
But the energy.
But you were shifting your energy.
Yes.
You know what's interesting? You don't even know you feel blocked until you feel
Right.
unblocked. Isn't that interesting? It's
Because
like-
you feel lighter.
Yes.
And then because it's the furniture, for example, is in this spot. And there's lots of clutter and it's stagnant.
Yes.
And stagnant energy breeds more stagnant energy.
Yes.
And it's just and so it's kind of like when you walk in your house and you'll go, and you just lump down on your couch and
Yeah.
you turn on TV and you're like, I feel like doing nothing, I'm exhausted. But when you move things around, you have movement.
Yes.
And you actually can feel it in the air.
Well, so do you think it's a good idea to move your furniture around like all the, so it's
Absolutely.
not even necessarily that the furniture was in the wrong place, it's the actual moving
Movement.
of it.
Yes.
Oh.
And
So how
different-
often would you recommend moving things around?
I personally do it whenever I feel like whenever
Stuck or blocked
you
or-
lost a
yeah.
job, things
Yeah.
aren't looking good. Okay, I need to
Interesting.
move some things around.
Even just a little shift. I mean, it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be a major.
Maybe every couple months
You
or
know, that's interesting because it also gives you a different shift in perspective.
Right.
When you do that, because otherwise your life can kind of get very routine.
Right.
But once you shift up that, I see it could be very inspirational. It can give you a new outlook.
because it affects the energy in the air,
Yes.
and it affects your own personal energy that we have,
Yes.
that we feel.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so I did not know that it was this involved. There's this much to talk about. So guess what? You have to come on again next week.
Oh,
Yay!
absolutely, love to.
Because it sounds like there is a lot. We just started getting out what it entails, but there's a
Yes.
lot. There's a lot more.
A lot about feng shui.
All right, well, stay tuned, and we'll be back with Jenny Wallace. Ask Jenny now. Today we have a very, very special guest who I've been wanting to meet and interview for a long time, Kristen Jelmberg from the Street Project. And why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, the Street Life Project, we're based on a culture of love. The kind of love that unites a community. It gets businesses, churches, all working together and working together for one cause. And that cause is to go out to the people that are lost, that are broken, that are forgotten by society, and just love them back to life.
Yeah.
And we provide food, clothing, toiletries, all the basic necessities, but in reality, it's just a doorway to conversation so we can sit down and talk about life and how they can, talk about change and getting back on their feet.
A lot of these people are homeless, so you go out into the homeless parks or wherever there's a lot of homeless people, correct?
We've been out in the camps for about 3 years. We go under the bridges, we go out into the hidden camps in the valley.
How many people go?
The volunteers vary. Sometimes we'll have 10, sometimes we'll have 50 on a special event night.
Okay.
Like a Christmas or Thanksgiving or
Oh,
whatever.
I see. Okay.
We get a lot of volunteers then, but we also do things during the week. For instance, yesterday we helped somebody move into their apartment from the streets.
Right.
And so, when we're out there and providing this mentorship and trying to inspire change, we find out their hurts, pain, struggles, the things that they're dealing with, and start working on that, mentoring it to where they can let that go and see beyond that dysfunction. In fact, we try to inspire them that, you're going through it now, things are messed up in your life, but when you get back on your feet, you're going to come out and you're going to serve alongside of us, and you're going to inspire your friends that are out here
That's
too.
what it's all about.
And so I really suggest people
So
getting
you just
connected
need the
with
help.
this.
You've got the ideas.
We need
and you-
help. We need the funding.
Yep. Exactly.
Um,
Anything you can do to help, okay? And your Facebook page is called?
It's facebook.com/The Street Life Project.
Okay, perfect.
Luxury is something you feel, sense, and live. Luxury has a new home, Ravel at Clancy Lane, an extraordinary new gated community in the heart of Rancho Mirage. Distinctive estates in modern or traditional styles on large home sites built exclusively for you with standard features that are just like the model. No upgrades required. Ravel at Clancy Lane. Models are open daily. Visit ravelatclancy.com.
And we're we're here with Alex. Do you mind if I call you Alex, or do you want me to say
Absolutely.
Alex? Alex, we're in a playful mood
That's
today,
easiest.
aren't we?
We are.
And Michelle, or Mishi. I'm going to call you Mishi today.
There you
How do
go.
you like
Lots
that?
of people
I just
do.
changed your name. Oh, do they really?
Yes, really,
I used to
really.
I called my girlfriend, who's Michelle, Mishi, and I
That's
thought I made it
perfect.
up. I didn't make it up. I
Oh,
thought I made it
Tina.
up. No?
Sorry.
Oh, you burst my bubble.
She
Okay.
thought she had a creation.
Well, I definitely made up Alex.
Yes, you definitely did.
Okay, so these are our social media experts, and the name of the company is Social Butterfly.
Butterflies.
Don't you love that name? I love that name. You know, we want on this show to let our viewers know that whatever questions you have, whatever kind of topics you want us to bring up on the show, we want to hear from you. So how do we do that?
Check Tina Marx out on her Facebook page at Wake Up with Tina Marx. You can find out air times there, but you can also stop in, leave us a comment, tell us what you think.
Exactly. And if you're viewing it on Facebook, we will be going live a couple times, show you the first sneak peek, behind the scenes with Tina Marx, waking up with them. You will see those little footages before anybody else does. So it's going to be a great, incentive for them to tune in online. And we could do it through Periscope or Facebook. And I'm so happy that you said that, Tina, that, you want to engage with your fans, because a lot of businesses make that mistake that, there's a misconception, wouldn't you say?
Oh,
that
absolutely.
social media is all about sell. It is not.
No.
Wake up to this fact. It is not. It's engage.
And being heard and being
Exactly.
understood, so you really know what the business, the product, or the service is all
story.
about, correct?
Sure, exactly, yes.
Of course. My favorite two platforms, I would say, would be Facebook and Google+. I just love Google+. I think it's the least known platform.
I would agree. You're the
agree.
first person
Right.
that brought that up to me last week, and I'd never heard of it
Well,
before.
Google+ for me is very important, especially if you have a small business, or any business for that matter.
Right.
Whenever we're looking for something, most of us just go to Google. If you do not have a business page on Google+, then you need to do that today.
I don't know if you knew this, but Instagram is growing so much more than any other platform.
I did know that. I
Rapidly,
don't
very,
know why.
I can tell you.
Tell us.
Instagram has the highest engagement level. I'm going to take a look at my cheat sheet. 15 times more engagement than its parent company, which is Facebook.
Which is
Well, now-
Facebook.
Exactly. And everybody thinks Facebook is very engaging, isn't it?
Right.
Well, 15 times more is Instagram, and that's much more than Twitter or even Google+.
Sure,
Even though as fabulous as it is. So you cannot ignore that.
No,
Embrace
you
it,
can't.
learn about it.
Yes.
Every day, just a new tip or trick, or channel into Tina's show. She will give you those tips, and you will be socially
I'm
relevant.
not giving the tips.
And if you want to reach out,
we are. I don't even know the tips.
reach out to Tina's page.
That's
and
why I
we will
have
help
you.
We will help you.
We will help you, guide you through all that via Tina, so just go ahead and monitor her page. You will not want to miss that, I guarantee you.
There's so much more to discuss.
Yes,
So much more. We're just scratching the surface here.
Right.
Well, maybe we can hear feedback from
Yes.
you, what you
We'd
want to
love
hear
to hear from you and hear what you want to talk about, what you want to hear about, what you want to see. Let us know.
That's right.
Thanks. I hope you enjoyed our show today. We look forward to seeing you next time.
Tina's jewelry provided by The Jewelry Bar. Tina's clothes provided by Grace. Wake Up with Tina Marx is brought to you by Family Home Development and Revell, inspiring lives of unparalleled excellence.